Hey folks, a very warm greeting of the day. I have been constantly receiving messages from second year students asking me to upload videos on the grammar part of their syllabus. Now, let me have a quick reminder for you that your 100 marks are divided into 40 and 60. 40 marks for internals and 60 marks for externals. Out of these 60 marks, 30 marks is for a play. BCA students have Tara, BCom students have Hayavadhana, BSc students have Waiting for Godot, and similarly. The rest 30 marks is quite the same for everyone. Out of these 30 marks, 10 marks is for correspondence, which means different types of letter writings. 10 marks is for types of writing: descriptive writing, narrative writing, reflective writing, cause and effect writing, etc. And the last 10 marks is for commercial writing. We'll be having a series of videos which will be uploaded in the length of the next 1 month, where we will cover all these grammar parts in this channel. In today's video, we'll be discussing about one of the important topic which is relevant both to your syllabus as well as to your life. Application covering letter format for job application along with CV. You all are pursuing your graduation, your bachelor's degree, with an intention of securing a job, of securing a livelihood. Now, whenever you go and apply for a job, you have to hand over one of the document called as CV. What is CV? CV stands for Curriculum Vitae, in other words, resume. This is a 1-page or 2-page document which contains all your personal and academic details. Whenever you are applying for a job, if you have not met the hiring manager prior to it, it is very necessary that you hand over an application covering letter along with your CV. Because through this letter, you're telling them why are you a suitable candidate for that specific job and why the employer should hire you. To begin with, I want you to know this, students. The format of all the letters remains the same. The letter writing format of different letters remains the same. Letter of inquiry, reply to letter of inquiry, order letters, letters of inquiry, application covering letter along with the job. The format of all the letters remains the same. And I want you to keep this in mind that if you had this format, you can use it anywhere, wherever you go in your life. Priorly, we used to have this notion of writing from, from, to, and then the letter used to continue. But right now, we have an updated version of the letter writing, where we do not use from or to. We directly start off with the details of the sender, followed by date, details of the receiver, respected sir, salutations, subject line, body of the letter, and conclusion. Now, do I say that the previous letter format was wrong? No, it wasn't wrong. Just the thing is, it is outdated now. We have got a new format, we have got an updated format, and it is very necessary that we follow the modern trends of letter writing. Here is a bare-bone format of letter writing. First, we begin with the details of the sender. Okay, please remember, we do not write from, we directly start with your name. Let's say Rakshit Shetty, your address, your PIN code, and your email address. Following which we have to leave a line and write the date. Please remember this, students, please note this. The date format has to be like this. Date and year in numerals, month in alphabets. Date and year in numerals, for example, let's say 15 August 2023. So 15 and 2023 will be numerals in numbers, and the month will be written in alphabets. This is the format which you have to follow. Following the date, we leave a line space and directly write the receiver's address without TO. Okay, we directly write the receiver's address. Since you're applying for a job, it is very necessary that you do not write it to your mother or your father. I know they are looking after all your expenses, but still they are not your employers. So in the question, the details of the employer will be given. You just have to be attentive that you take those details and write the receiver's address. Name of the employer, name of the company where you're applying, state, PIN code, etc. In the next slide, I have made your work easy. Here is a universal format of job application letter which you can use anywhere at any point of time. Now, basically, I have left the spaces empty where you have to put the values or put the names or the designation that is given in the question. So here is a universal format of job application covering letter. Whenever we are writing job application letters, we have got two simple additions in comparison to other letters. They are this: reference line in the letter and enclosure at last. What is a reference line in the letter? We also have references in the CV, so do not get confused. The reference line in this letter means where did you come across this job notification? Where did you come to know that they have a job offering? Okay, so generally we get it in a newspaper. If you read any newspaper, let's say Udayavani, we have job classifieds where they give you job advertisements, or you may have come across it in social media handles or any WhatsApp groups, etc. So just to keep it easy, we use a newspaper advertisement. Okay, so reference line, your advertisement in the newspaper dated this. The body of the letter has to be very precise. You cannot repeat all the things that you're going to mention in your CV. So it has to be on point and you have to mention very basic details. I am writing to express my interest in this position at your company as advertised on dash. Please find attached my resume for your consideration. I am confident that my skills and qualifications, including dash 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 dash, make me a strong candidate for this role. I am excited about the opportunity to contribute my expertise to your team. Thank you for considering my application. I look forward to the possibility of discussing how my background aligns with the needs of your company. Please feel free to contact me at my phone number or my email address to schedule an interview. Leave a line space, thank you, leave a line space, yours sincerely or sincerely, your name, followed by enclosure. And at last we have enclosure. What is enclosure? Along with this letter, I have also attached two other documents. Okay, enclosure means the things that are attached alongside the letter. So we have attached a curriculum vitae and attested copies of testimonials. What are testimonials? In simple terms, your certificates, your marks cards and necessary documents. And one more thing which you need to remember whenever you're writing a letter is this: we do not leave any space between the margin and the content. Everything in the modern format, in the updated format of letter writing, everything from the beginning till the end is attracted, is aligned to the left side of the margin. This was the job application letter. Along with the job application letter, you also have to mention the CV. You also have to write down the CV. Now, before we move ahead, students, since you're watching this video, I assume you're in second year right now, okay? And if you do not have your CV, please design a CV of your own at the earliest. Don't wait for the last moment. Sir, we'll finish our final year degree, sir, and when we have vacations, we'll design our CV, sir. No, don't be lazy. Don't wait for the last moment. It's a very good time because however you're learning it as a part of your syllabus, also try to transform it into a real life application. Now, what is CV? As I had stated earlier, CV stands for curriculum vitae. Now, this is a one-page or two-pager document which will contain your details, your qualifications, your achievements, your skills, the languages that you know, etc. Here is the format of a CV which you need to follow. Before we move ahead, let me tell you that priorly we used to type CV in the Word format, simple black and white format where there is a white paper and you go on typing your details. Now, for the part of your syllabus, as a part of your syllabus, we'll be studying that specific format. But please remember, students, there are modern approaches to CV. There are modern, creative, visually appealing CVs which you can design. CV begins with the header curriculum vitae and then we go on writing these things: your name, your address, city, state, pin code, your phone number and your email address. Now you can either write this on the left side or on the right side. Anything is fine, preferably left side. Following your personal details, leave a line space and start with the objective. What is objective? Objective is the reason why you are going to join that specific job. There are hundreds of jobs available, but why did you select this specific job and why do you want to work there? You have to give a very strong, profound reason why you are joining that job, and that is why it's called as objective. And you have to summarize your career goal or the type of position you are seeking in 2 to 3 lines at the maximum. You cannot write a long narrative story here. It has to be very short. It has to be very precise. Following objective, leave a line space and write down the header education, where you have to mention your educational details. This is a very important thing which you need to keep in mind. The educational details. I know you have studied too much. You have studied first standard, second standard, third standard, up to 10th standard. You have studied your PU, you have studied your degree, and maybe you have done your masters, etc. It has to go in this format, okay? Whenever you're writing your educational details, your recent education comes first. I'll assume that you have completed your graduation, so the BSc, BCA, BCom, BBA degree, following your pre-university education, and then your SSLC or 10th board education. Following the educational details, we focus on the work experience. Job title, the specific designation of your work, where you are a HR manager, a sales executive, a teacher, a coder, a designer, a graphic designer, or anything of that sort. Following the job title, you have to mention the company name where you have worked, location of that company, let's say Bangalore, Mangalore, Delhi, just one important location, following which you have to mention the dates of employment, from the date of commencement till the date you were employed there. And if there are multiple jobs that you were a part of, you have to go on writing very similarly the first job, following which you have to write the second job, third job accordingly. Next we come to skills. Very important, students. As freshers, what happens is we do not have job experience and we do not have much achievements. So this is the part where you can actually focus on. You may have participated in various activities and events in your college, okay? Maybe you have participated in different state level, national level fests. Maybe you have organized multiple events, multiple fests in your college. Maybe you have volunteered for different organizations in and around your locality. Maybe you have really good communication skills, organizing skills, etc. This is the space where you have to mention those skills. After the skills, we have a header of certifications. What are certifications? Different courses that you have taken up in your school, in your college. For example, it can be communicative English certificate, it can be stock exchange certificate, it can be digital literacy certificate, financial literacy certification course. Any courses that you have taken up, you have to mention those certifications here. After certifications, you can add one more header, that is languages known, which are the different languages that you know. You have to go on writing it in order. The more command you have, let it come at the first, and the least command at last. For example, if you're really good in English, let English come first, then Kannada, Hindi, Tulu, Tamil, Malayalam, whichever languages you know, go on writing it in order. And concludingly, we have references. Now, this reference section is quite different from the reference that was a part of the letter. Here, in this reference section, you have to give the contact details of one or multiple people so that the recent employer can authenticate the information that you have given, so that they can accredit you by confirming it with someone who is in a respectable position. Lastly, you have to mention the date when you're writing that CV, okay, the present date. This is the barebone format of a curriculum vitae, of a CV along with job application letter. You can use this format for any question that is being asked. All you have to know, all you should have is a little bit of common sense to use it accordingly. Hey, at last we ran out of storage and electricity at the same time. So if you found this video helpful, please mind subscribing to the channel, because it helps us, it motivates us to upload more videos. Also share this with your friends and colleagues, because learning alone is not good. Let us spread the knowledge. Keep smiling, keep learning.